So today's the day I embark on an awesome adventure to Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, SeaWorld San Antonio, and some fun stops in between. So, let's go. For day one, let's head over to Amarillo, Texas. So, let's go. So today I'm in Amarillo, Texas, and the place that is in Amarillo is Wonderland Amusement Park. And man, this is such a weird place. Just looking at it, it's so crazy that I could walk really close to this roller coaster. That drop tower looks so insanely weird. I want to know who manufactured that. I'm gonna look that up right now. Look at the bicycle tire loops. That's crazy. Look at how insanely close I can get to. I don't even know what this is called because I'm not going to this park. I don't really care. But this I do know came from Astroworld in Houston, and it was, I think, indoor coaster. And now it just looks like this. It's so weird. And then here's the road, right? And then the Hopkins Shoot the Chutes just goes right over the road. It doesn't even care about land or anything. This is an odd park. So this is called Hornet, and it's made by Vekoma. That's so insanely strange. Look at that profiling. Beautiful. Awesome looking coaster. Probably would be better if it was an indoor coaster though. So you're just in a public park playing baseball and whatever, and then there's just a roller coaster and old track, and then over here we have a yo-yo, and then I think an antique cars? Or it might be one of those Amperla convoys. That's so strange. Beautiful though. Well, this looks abandoned. I think this is manufactured by Morgan. It looks abandoned, but it's just because the fabric on the balloons is gone. But it looks so abandoned. It's so weird. And here we have a fun looking pirate ship. That's cool. Oh my gosh, they have a crazy couch. That's crazy. Beautiful. And a teacups ride that's packaged up. That's interesting. I cannot get over how insanely weird that loop looks. That's so weird. And also a very abandoned looking tilt-a-whirl. And some water slides, or these might be those dry water slides. I don't know. And then over here we have the Pinfari Zyklon, which I only rode one of them, and that was at Indiana Beach. And I actually enjoyed it, so I would like to ride this. This one's a little bit bigger as the one was Indiana Beach, I think. That's a cool thing on there. That's cool. And here is what I assume is the main entrance. It might not be. The gate is open, which means I could walk in. Should I? Probably not. Anyway, yeah, main entrance. Here's another angle of the Pinfari. Cool. They have a mini golf course here. That's cool. I like that. Cool carousel. You can't really see it well, but there you go, carousel. And there you can see the turnaround for the sky ride, which is kind of stupid, but it looks cool. Here's a little bit of a better view of the carousel. They also have a frog hopper, cool. Now this here is actually the main entrance, so there you go. Now this is an umbrella of a ride, but there's no ride under it, so I'm just guessing there was a ride here and then they took it away, and now it's just a regular umbrella. That's interesting. And also there, a Ferris wheel, cool. Some very strange flat ride that I never seen before. It looks like a crane mixed with a troika or something. That's interesting. And here we have Cyclone, which is actually the same as Lakeside's Wild Mouse. And speaking of Lakeside, this place actually really reminds me of Lakeside. And here we have an interesting monorail. That's cool. Station of Texas Tornado, and then it gets into its nice lift hill. That's cool. Some footage for real roller coaster nerds. Here you go. This is a strange rapids ride, if it is. I don't know. It looks like a rapids ride. It's right under Texas Tornado. Some odd profiling on Texas Tornado. I think Texas Tornado goes underground and under what I assume to be bumper cars and then goes over there. So like, yeah, when you're riding the bumper cars at this park, there could be a roller coaster under you and you don't even know it. They Hopkins shoot the chutes, which maintenance personnel are on site, so yeah. The profiling looks strange, but I don't think it would be uncomfortable, but I might be wrong. And there we go, we're back where we started. Ooh, hi airplane, beautiful. We're back where we started. This park really reminds me, from walking around, which I also only did at Lakeside, it very much reminds me of Lakeside, but it is in a little bit better shape than Lakeside. So I hope I get here one day, probably not soon, but one day I'll be here and I'll be riding the insane loops. But now we can head over to Six Flags Over Texas in Dallas. So let's go.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side.
So I just got to my hotel, and guess what? You can see Mr. Freeze and Texas Skyscraper, Superman, the oil derrick, and then right over there, my hopefully 200th credit, Titan. I cannot speak. It's been a long day. I drove a long way from Amarillo. Anyway, so the park opens at 1 tomorrow. That's quite a bit of a while, but we're just gonna have to wait. So let's wait. So today I'm at Six Flags Over Texas, the original Six Flags park. Now over there is Titan, which hopefully will be my 200th coaster that I rode, which will be crazy. 200. I'm an insane person. Anyway, Lobby Bora over here is getting removed, sadly. I would like to ride it, but I do have hope because it is being taken apart carefully, so that's a good thing. I think we're gonna head over to Pandemonium because it's a low capacity ride and I didn't get the credit last time, so let's do that. Scratch that, it's closed. So now we're just gonna take the long way to New Texas Giant before it gets totally busy. Oh, there's a shortcut here. Cool, let's go here. We made it. I just went on New Texas Giant 2 times, and I mean, it's not intense, but it's just really fun. I mean, you gotta keep in mind it was the first ever RMC, so yeah, awesome ride. Let's go on Titan. So I just got off of Titan, and the most closest thing I can compare it to is Goliath because it's practically the same layout, except those bone-crushing helixes. Those are insane. Like I never felt on a ride like that amount of G-force as on Titan. So for my 200th coaster, that was a good ride. Now I think I'm gonna go to Shockwave. So I just got off of Shockwave, and the loops are really uber intense, but the rest of the ride, oh my god, the airtime on all these hills, it's like Magnum, a little less than Magnum, but it's still Magnum, and the loops are very intense. Sadly, I think this thing's on the chopping block. Now we're gonna do an Excalibur wannabe Judge Roy Scream because also tunnel under a road. So Judge Roy Scream, comparable to say like Blue Streak or High Roller at Valley Fair. It's better than those two. It's a really good ride. It's a little old, pretty smooth, good, just good ride. I mean, the only wooden coaster in this park, so yeah, I give it 5 stars. Mr. Freeze. First of all, this one is much smoother than the St. Louis version. Second of all, forwards. The launch, I like backwards. Basically, the whole layout, I like, it doesn't matter because you go both ways. But the spike, I like backwards also. It's just novel. It's a novelty to go forwards, but the launch on the spike forwards feels, I mean, I don't know, but what I would think Wicked would feel like a vertical launch like that. So, I mean, I'd rather ride backwards, but forwards is a novelty. And now it's time for Batman the Ride. A Bat clone. By far the most intense Batman clone out of the 3 I rode, St. Louis, Magic Mountain, and Great America. Yeah, this is by far the most intense. I would say it's as rough as Great America's version, but it's by far the most fast-paced, intense one. I don't know why that is, but yeah, St. Louis is still the smoothest, but this one is the most intense. Now it's time for Pirates of Spelunker Cave. Pirates of Spelunker Cave, good ride. Wow, look at snow, that's cool. Especially for new Six Flags, like quality theming actually. I know it was like a reused dark ride like several times, but wow, I mean, I'm excited for Pirates of the Deep Sea at Fiesta because I hear it's kind of like the same-ish ride. So yeah, that was pretty good. That was an awesome ride. And before I leave Dallas, I have to look at Prairie Screamer. Yep, the giant DNF miler thing that actually looks really fun, but sadly, it's Monday and it's closed. It would have been open yesterday, but I was just a little bit over there at Six Flags Over Texas, which is probably a better place than this. But I mean, a Larson Drop Tower would be cool to ride once. I never rode one. A pirate ship, they have that at Over Texas. And Prairie Screamer, of course, new credit, but I don't get it. Maybe one day. They have a Larson loop that's the same color as Brain Train, but it doesn't have any lights on it, and it looks so weird without the lights. It is pretty massive. It's a huge coaster, and it looks so fun. I want to ride it, but yeah. Also, like, you can like sell stuff here. Like, that goes down a long way. And that's it for Prairie Playland. I don't think I was allowed in there, but I just walked like 5 feet in there to get a better view of all the rides. But yeah, sadly it's closed today, or else I would make a little bit of a longer vlog or even a like full vlog. But yeah, Prairie Playland, interesting park. But now let's head over to Austin and hopefully go to Circuit of Americas. Now driving through Texas, it's almost inevitable that I run into a Buc-ee's. And I've never been to a Buc-ee's before, so that shall be exciting. Wow, cool. Where do we go first? There's a lot of stuff here. Buc-ee's Stanley Cup, Buc-ee's chips. Oh, those are cute. Buc-ee's branded headphones, really? Wow. Oh wow. Wow, that's cool. Okay, that's the bigger version. Some regular shirts. You want a birthday party that's Buc-ee's themed? We got you. You know, you could have a balloon and napkins and muffins or slash cupcakes. You need a rubber ducky for some bizarre reason, we got you. Air freshener, that's a cool car. Trash cans, shades. There's so many of them. That's a lot, but I do want that one. I think I'm just gonna buy this. Pretty good. This is also really cool, but anyway, that's all for Buc-ee's. The sandwich was, or burger, I don't know what it is. That was really good. So let's head to Austin. So let's go. Woo. So I did not expect to be here right now because I was looking at Google Maps from the Buc-ee's and I'm like, wow, Round Rock. I feel like I heard of that place before. And then, well, I did, because there's a Kalahari resort here, and man, it's much bigger than the one in Wisconsin Dells. So yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna ride anything, but I'm just gonna go into tomfooleries and either look around and walk around the water slides and maybe ride the SBF Visa hamster wheel coaster. That'll be exciting, but you know, depending how cheap it is. And here is the hamster wheel coaster at Drop Tower. Cool. Also, I rode a clone of this in Wisconsin Park. I remember it being pretty scary, but I was little. Now, the Wisconsin version does not have the hamster ball coaster, but here it does. I never even rode the regular spinning ones, but yeah, basically you sit in there and it's basically like an SNS 40 free spin or a fourth dimension coaster, and then like there's some hit points on the track and then it just like flips. So yeah, that's what that is. Whoa, a roller coaster track that I can just touch. How awesome. It's for an arcade game, I guess. That's cool. And now we're gonna walk around the indoor water park and watch some water slides, yay. And there we go, some beautiful water slides. I think these are all made by Pro Slides, so yeah. This water slide, man, it's massive. You can even see the water going through it. Sometimes I see tubes going through, that's fun. But wow, it's crazy massive. It looks even larger from here. That's crazy. And that's a short little visit to Kalahari Round Rock. Didn't go on anything because, I mean, $10 for like a halfway kiddie coaster is a little bit much. But yeah, that's Kalahari. So let's go to our hotel and stay the night. Being this far away from Austin and hearing car noises only means one thing: Circuit of the Americas. Wow, Palindrome. That looks awesome. I want to ride Palindrome so bad. I mean, it's been delayed for like several years now, and it's still closed. How can that be? I don't know exactly where Circuit Breaker is, but a Schwarzkopf is here, so that's cool. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can just hear that soundtrack of the announcement video for some reason. It's like awesome. I would love to experience that spike and that twisted airtime hill, this kind of zero-G roll thing, and the like stall, that twisted drop. It looks awesome. And this was supposed to open the same year as Defiance, and it's still not open. So if that's saying something, I don't know what it's saying, but yeah, I wish it was open. And there you can see a little bit of Circuit Breaker and Palindrome Station. So yeah, Circuit Breaker, I want to go over there. I might go over there later. So yeah, awesome. And here we have the Schwarzkopf Wildcat, which looks so small. It looks cool. I've never been on a Wildcat, so I want to see how it would be. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, there's a hump up before the lift hill. That's strange. Okay, so it's like Tigger, where it uses a regular chain as the chain lift. So that's interesting. I guess all the old Schwarzkopfs do that with lift hills. That's cool. You can also see racing happen. That's cool. I mean, it's not really just like practice, but that's cool. You can kind of see it. Oh wow, that's a better view. Wow, that looks really beautiful. And now we're gonna go over to Circuit Breaker. So, yeah. And here we are, Circuit Breaker. They changed its colors. I thought it was gonna have red track and blue supports, but actually I feel like it looks better like this. So here we have the start of the lift hill. I want to see them put another piece of the lift hill on, but guess what? There's no supports here, so that sucks. I guess this is your little Circuit Breaker construction update, but it's probably going to be outdated by the time this video comes out. But that's the end of the brake run. They're working on the station-ish here. And then here's the start of the lift hill. Don't have any supports up to get up there, which that is so complicated. I did not think that was going to be that complicated. I wonder if these are all the trailers that were carrying the roller coaster pieces over here. Probably. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a massive piece of metal. Wow. I didn't know it had two trenches. I knew it had a trench after the first drop that went into that first element. But I forgot it had two trenches. That's cool. Oh my gosh, there's the tilt track and palindrome in the background. Wow, palindrome looks really cool from this angle. But yeah, that's the tilt track. And here's the track storage, which you can get really close to the track. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Wow, look at all that. Wow, that's awesome. Oh wow, look at how nice and perfect those flanges are. Beautiful. Oh wow, Spirit Airlines right next to Circuit Breaker. And then over here we have some more white supports. They're pretty long. Look at this awesome looking twist. Wow. I think this piece in particular goes right onto the concrete on the ground because of the thing here. This looks like an airtime moment to me somehow. I don't know. It looks cool. See, yeah, like this red and blue I thought was the original support color, but then they changed it to black and white. But yeah, there's some like red and blue supports here, and like I think this is the motor for the tilt. Then here we have some massive air tanks. Well, that's not part of Circuit Breaker. That's a tilt-a-whirl tub. I don't know if this is part of Circuit Breaker or Flathead, and I'm not convinced that these are part of the Circuit Breaker either anymore. But it might be. I don't know. They're just storing it randomly here. Go-kart graveyard. That's interesting, but the beautiful sign of Circuit of Americas. And then here is the go-kart track, I assume. And then over there is Peppermint Parkway, which I think is open. I don't know. And here the track for the actual racetrack goes very steep uphill. That's crazy. I did not think that was like that. And there we have a little wacky worm with the apple included. But yeah, wacky worm, but definitely Circuit Breaker is the star of the show, which is right here. Uh-oh, Santa got stuck in the chimney, and now we have another car, and it goes up a hill, which is crazy. I am so stupid right now. I was walking by, I'm like, what are those for? That doesn't look like Circuit Breaker. That is the original colors of Circuit Breaker, but not exactly Circuit Breaker. It might be windy, I'm sorry. And I'm like, air tanks, those are large. That's interesting. And then I seen this piece, and I'm like, wait, I'm very stupid right now. This is for a scream and swing. Those are the side pieces for a scream and swing, and that is the air tanks for the scream and swing. And this is like the top piece for the scream and swing, and then those here are the supports. I mean, like the swinging supports for the scream and swing. So that's not for Circuit Breaker, that's a scream and swing. And here we have more pieces for Circuit Breaker, and I think the pieces that have this I-beam and a square on the bottom connect to the concrete footers on the ground. I think that's how it works. So like these two pieces will be on the ground, and that one over there will be on the ground. And then we have just a massive amount of track. This might be something for the trains. I don't know if they're the trains because they look awfully short to me. But there is some nylon wheels on the bottom there, as you can see. So this is something for the trains. I don't know exactly what. And now we're back at the circuit breaker site. And there's just a massive amount of pieces. So we're just gonna walk around and look at all the pieces. Oh, there's a lot of cutie little patooties, little pieces. That's so cute. I love that. That looks like a cool twist and more support pieces. And the checkered flag thing over there, I think, is the Scream and Swing. Here's a little bit of the support for the Scream and Swing. If you wanted to know what it is inside of a Scream and Swing looked like, there you have it. There's a tree in the way, but there you have it. So I guess there is a ladder inside of the Scream and Swings and some catwalks, and I think that's some sort of air pipe. So yeah, I would love to live inside a Scream and Swing. Wouldn't that be awesome? I wonder if they're ever gonna make a tailed coaster that is beyond vertical. That's probably gonna happen in the near future, I would say. Well, that was a surreal experience. Well, let's head to our next spot, which actually might be SeaWorld. So, let's go. So, I arrived at my hotel, nothing much, but the only thing cool about this hotel is that they have a giant banner of Six Flags. Awesome. Oh yeah, and then SeaWorld too. So, I guess let's take a sleep and wake up and go to SeaWorld for the first time. So, I was just hiking randomly, and then I came across like this cliff thing. Looks really nice, right? And then you can see SeaWorld. Isn't that awesome? It's pretty far away, but you can see it. It looks better in real life than it does on camera, but yeah, SeaWorld. I'll be there in a couple hours when it turns 1 o'clock because parks open at outrageous hours. This is my first time at SeaWorld San Antonio, and it looks awesome. It has a Morgan, so that'll be exciting. It also has like a Batman clone and an awesome looking GCI, so let's get in and ride some roller coasters. I guess the first ride of the day will be my favorite coaster, a Morgan. Well, I don't know if it's my favorite coaster, but I love Morgans, so let's ride Steel Eel. Steel Eel. I got 2 rides on it, on row 16 and 4. The front is a little bit better, it's smoother, and it also has more airtime, but also I got another Morgan credit. Now I have 5 out of 9, so 4 left to go. So that's fun. So Steel Eel, awesome ride, has some good views. I like the color scheme. It looks good. It rides good. It's just another Morgan. Like, all Morgans are awesome. The Wavebreaker has way too much of a line, so I think I'm gonna go on. Wow, the sun's in the way, but Great White now, so let's go. Got off of Great White, and I mean, it was pretty good. It was just a Batman clone, besides the fact that I can't hear anymore because people were screaming so much on a Batman clone. I mean, they are intense, actually. They're really intense. This one's probably the least intense, but it's also really, really smooth. It's awesome. I like the colors. It's an awesome looking coaster. It's an awesome coaster. It's the first ever coaster in a SeaWorld park, which is also very interesting. So that is Great White. This next in line is Texas Stingray. So let's ride the only wooden coaster here. Got off of Texas Stingray. That's actually might be the best GCI ever. I mean, it might be better than Gold Striker, which is actually a crazy fact because I love Gold Striker a lot. I don't know if I love the steel structure because it makes it kind of solid and not really feel like a wooden coaster, even though it has wooden track. It does feel like a wooden coaster, but yeah, it just feels more solid. So I don't know if I like it or not because, you know, I like this feeling a little bit of sway. So, but anyway, it's an awesome ride. It definitely has some really, really good airtime. GCI, awesome ride. Now it's time for Tidal Surge. So, let's go. Just got off of Tidal Surge, and before I wrote this, I didn't really like Screamin' Swings. I just thought they were worse versions of pendulums or something. I mean, they were okay, but the one at Cedar Point and Valley Fair just didn't hit it for me. But this one is definitely much taller and much funner, and it just looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's awesome looking. So I really enjoy Screamin' Swings now. They might even be better than pendulums, which is a crazy thing. Anyway, I rode a couple more rides, and now it's kind of dark and there's Christmas lights, so that's kind of cool, but I'm leaving because, as you can see, it's pretty packed. Anyway, SeaWorld San Antonio, awesome park. They have two really, really, really good coasters with Steel Eel and, oh my gosh, that music's so loud. Steel Eel and Texas Stingray. Yep, awesome two coasters, but the rest of the lineup is also really good. And for day 7, let's head to the last theme park of the trip, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So today, I'm at the Six Flags Fiesta Texas. And one thing that's unique about this park is that there is a quarry wall here. So that'll be very interesting because it was an old limestone quarry. And also, this is the only Six Flags park that is actually kind of good theming. So that's strange, but so let's go in this park and see how it is. So let's go. And of course we're gonna go on Iron Rattler first. Just got off of Iron Rattler. It's a really good ride, but the elements that it does do is really good. But the pauses in between the good elements is not that good. Like, the drop is good, the airtime hill after the drop is good, but then that bank turn is bad, and then it just like kind of moseys down. It's a little positive cheese, but it's not that much. Then the roll is good, and then there's the first hill after the roll is good. Then the rest of the two rolls are not good, and then the drop up the cliff again is really good, and then the tunnel's bad, and then the hump into the brake run is good. So it just like, it's not rapid fire enough for a RMC, so I would say it's an okay RMC, but it has some pacing issues, and I guess that's because it has a quarry wall. That is an awesome sign. I love that sign so much. Isn't that cool? But now it's time for Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger, so let's go.
Diabolical's elixir promises to deliver absolutely magical results.
Ooh, magically devastating results. Please leave while you can.
Each sample of the elixir is curated by Dr. Diabolical to uniquely treat each individual need.
You are all in grave danger. Please heed my warning. Leave this place and what it will be.
Just got off of Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger. First of all, I love it because you can see SeaWorld from it, so that's cool. Steel Eel view, that's awesome. B&M Rattle, non-existent, awesome ride. Color scheme, 10 out of 10, probably my favorite color scheme of every ride ever. And the ride itself is awesome. It's really cool. The drop gives awesome airtime. The Immelman is Immelman, it's alright. That roll is very interesting. It does have a jolt on the roll, but that's it. Then the brake run is kind of bad. I'm excited that Rather Shasha won't have a brake run. And then just helixes and airtime hills. awesome ride. Now it's time for another highly themed coaster, Poltergeist. So let's go. Just got off of Poltergeist. It has a similar theme to Banshee, but it's done a lot better. But the ride itself, it's interesting. It's a clone of Flight of Fear at King's Dominion, King's Island. The outside version is definitely better because they don't have a brake run, but it's just a weird layout. It's just like, is full power intensity on the Cobra Roll and the Immelman, and then it's just like coasts down around the structure until you go into the corkscrew. It's really weird. It's like really intense and then not intense at all. So like, what is it? I don't know. So yeah, Poltergeist, interesting ride. And that wraps up our day at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, which that also means that wraps up the Texas trip. So it was very fun. I enjoy Texas a lot, and I hope I get to go back. Anyway, if this video seems kind of weird in some places, it's because this was the hardest video to stitch together ever, because I was not good at filming it at the moment, so I had to work hard to stitch it together. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and coaster it. Bye.